All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayashatabadad, the house of David. I am Ayashatab with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with another lesson. All right. Lord willing, to be edifying unto the body. All right, and we're going to call this lesson Abraham's seed. All right, Abraham, along the lines of Abraham's seed, Abraham, father of seeds. All right, something along that line. All right, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these scriptures. Okay, I was reading over in the book of Romans. All right, chapter 11. Salakia, let me get there. Book of Romans, chapter 11. Chapter 11. All right. And verse 1, and it reads, I say, then hath the power, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, cast away his people, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, God forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Right? So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right? If your father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, you are the true children of Israel. All right? Once again, so if you were a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, your father's line goes back, or you are a speckled bird looking like the other nations, but your father's line goes back, you are part of the children of Israel. All right, and the promise of the Bible, which the promise of salvation, all right, belongeth unto you. 1/3 of the nation of Israel will receive the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, 2/3 of our nation will not receive and hearken unto the message. All right, will not receive salvation because they believe not upon the testimony that is given. All right, the 100% doctrine comes out of GMS. Okay, and we're going to establish, Lord willing, through this lesson, Salakia, we're going to establish through this lesson that in fact is true. All right, because everything that is set forth in the Bible is set forth for the nation of Israel. Okay, it first and foremost happened for the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so that he can make it clear that he has a chosen people. All right, he has a chosen line that he chose. All right, throughout the scriptures, Old Testament and New Testament. All right, and that he would not change his mind or turn his back on his people. He has set a covenant up, and promised that he would never break that covenant. But if we went off from the covenant, there was chastisements, there was affliction. All right, we had to pay for the things that we did. All right, it was a part of the clause of the contract. Okay, as you read with the Christians know as the 10 Commandments. Right, as you read the commandments, he's merciful and long-suffering. All right, and he is merciful and long-suffering to the nation of Israel, first and foremost. All right, that's who he loves. That's who he cares about. That's who his favorite is. But without further ado, all right, let's go ahead and get back into these scriptures. Okay, and I'm going to read that again. This is the book of Romans. It's going to be chapter 11, verse 1. It says, I say, then, hath Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am a Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Right, and the seed of Abraham, the tribe of Benjamin. We understand that the seed of Abraham, all right, and let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go to Genesis. And we understand that Abraham was to be what? Okay, Abraham was to be the father of many nations. Okay, and let's go ahead and get to it. This is just in case, you know, those of you Christians out there who follow that prosperity doctrine, Okay, you wanna say that, we are all of the seed of Abraham. You're right. We all come of the seed of Abraham, because Abraham would be what? When his name was changed to Abraham, all right, he was to be what? The father of many nations. Okay, this is going to be the book of Genesis. Genesis and Slakia 17 and verse 5, and it reads, "Neither shall thou name any more be called Abram, but the name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee." Right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, "Hey, a father of many nations have I made thee." Okay, of many nations. Okay, continuing on, "And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generation for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto thee," which is that word right there is God, "to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee." Right, so this is a Yahweh, all right, establishing, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, establishing that he is going to make a covenant, all right, with who? With Abraham, all right, but in the midst of that, he told him what? He would be a father of many nations, okay? Many nations is who he would be the father of, okay? Let's go and jump over to the book of Romans, okay? Because as it was established in Romans 11 and 1, he said, "I am from the father of the seed of Abraham," all right? The seed of Abraham, but from the tribe of Benjamin, all right? And now, where was Benjamin established? Okay, it was established through Jacob, okay? Which, let me go ahead and read it. This is going to be in the book of Romans, chapter 9, and I'm just start at verse 7, and it reads, "Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all called children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called." Right. So Abraham, all right, had a covenant with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that seed in its generation, in its time, was given to the promise. All right, that promise that was given was for Isaac. Okay, was for Isaac, because here it is. Abraham had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac, but he said the promise would come through who? It would come through Isaac. Okay? I'm going to continue to read. And verse 8, it reads, that is they which are children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. All right? Hey, just because your father's line, all right, just because one of your forefathers is Abraham, does not make you the line of Shem, right? It does not give you, it does not give you the birthright to have the pleasures of salvation, okay? That was ordained through a particular bloodline, all right, where the blessing came through, all right? We do have the other lines that came out of Abraham, all right? They are Hebrews, all right? But they're not Israelites. Ishmael, all right? Esau Edom himself is a red-skinned Hebrew, as the brother Kalam loves to say, all right? Continuing on. That is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, but the children of the promise. The children of the promise. The children of the promise are counted for the seed, right? And who are the children of the promise? Well, let's go back up. We're going to go back up to Romans chapter 9, And I'm going to go ahead and start here at start at 3. And it reads, "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren and my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenant, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises." All right, "who are the fathers, and of whom according and of whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever. Amen." All right. Hey, and this is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, saying that it is through the promise of the seed. Who did he give his laws, statutes, and commandments to? He gave them to the Israelites. Okay? This is all in the same script. Okay? I'm going to jump back down, all right, to verse 9. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 9, and it reads, "For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but then Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the promise of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth." All right, so who called the children in the nation of Israel? All right, who called those children to have the promise? It was ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, continuing on. "It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it was written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." All right, so Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had ordained it from the beginning, that he already established his line, his lineage, all right, to come through a particular seed line. All right, so it was that Abraham, one of the forefathers, Isaac, one of the forefathers, Jacob. All right, Jacob, which then lies the 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. And to further prove it, okay, we're going to go here. Oh, man, Salakia. We're going to go here to the book of Genesis. It's going to be Genesis, and I'm going to start at chapter 25 and start at verse 23, right? Salakia, let me just start. I'll just start at verse 21, and it reads, "And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb." All right, so 2 nations, all right, 2 manner of different people. Okay, hey, in a worldly sense, okay, East Coast versus West Coast, okay. It is 2 nations, all right, that are in thy womb. All right, hey, Esau and Jacob, all right, they're counterparts, all right, because hey, Esau's forefather would be Abraham, Isaac, all right, and then it would be Esau, all right. So all the line that comes after Esau would be the forefather, progenitor of the nations that came up under him from his seed line. All right. So 2 manner of nations. Okay, when you have the dukes of Edom, they do not fall under the Israelites. All right, they fall under Esau, Edom. Okay, the Edomites. Okay, continuing on. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right, to be separated. All right, hey, separated from thy bowels. Two different people shall be separated. One on the left-hand side, one on the right-hand side. Okay? And Jacob is on the right-hand side. Esau, Edom is on the left-hand side. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. The elder shall serve the younger. So let's read and see who's the elder. All right? And when her days be delivered, were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right. Hey, so it clearly states exactly who he is. All right. Who is the firstborn? Okay. Esau, Edom was the firstborn child. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. All right, so Jacob, all right, is the youngest brother. Esau, Edom is the eldest brother. All right, is it just said, hey, 25 and in 23, the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, understanding that it is Esau, Edom who has the left hand side. All right, Esau, Edom did not receive the promise. It said the promise came through Isaac. Okay, when the promise came to Isaac, who else did it go to? From Isaac unto Jacob. All right, and you can find that in chapter 27. Right, Genesis chapter 27. All right, read from the beginning of 27. It'll give you the exact story and the exact count how Jacob received the blessing. It was already ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for it to happen. Okay? Even though, hey, Jacob tricked Esau, okay? For Jacob tricked Esau out of the birthright, okay? But it was already ordained in the spirit for it to happen, because Esau had sold his birthright. As you go back into chapter 25, you start at verse 29. All right, you go to back to 25 and start at verse 29. It'll give you that account where Esau sold his birthright unto Jacob. Now he wanted to renege on it, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, hey, Yahweh made sure that didn't happen. He had already ordained it from the beginning. All right, as he had already said in the beginning of the story. All right, if you want to read Genesis, hey, read Genesis 25 so you receive the knowledge of that account where he sold the birthright. And then the blessing in the birthrights, go to chapter 27 and you'll find Jacob's birthright, and you will find Esau's blessing. All right, so the blessing he received by his father Isaac, okay, but the birthright he did not receive because he had sold his birthright unto Jacob. Okay. Salakia. We're going to go to the book of Genesis, and it's going to be chapter 49. All right, and this is just to prove, as you see in Genesis chapter 49, it'll prove who are the children of Isaac, okay? Salakia, children of Jacob. And it reads, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together and hear ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. All right, because we know Jacob was surnamed Israel. All right, but then it goes, it says, I'm just going to go down and read the names of the nation. You have Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, Judah, Zebulun, Issachar, Dan, Gad, Naphtali, Joshua, Joseph, Benjamin, and Benjamin. All right, and it goes, all right, through each particular blessing, okay, and exactly what it is that the nation of Israel has, all right, which each tribe has, all right. But as you see, the 12 tribes chart is Jacob, Salakia. My eyes are messing with me today. Judah, all right, and the Judah is the first head tribe of the southern kingdom, and Ephraim, all right, is the head tribe of the northern kingdom, all right. So it is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has ordained this, okay. It is these tribes that the seed in the promise lays in, all right. So the seed was never done away with, okay, and nobody else can receive the promises, okay. It is only given unto the children of Israel, all right. I'm going to read this again. It's going to be the book of Romans, chapter 9, and I'm going to go ahead and start at verse 4, and it reads, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises, who are the fathers, of whom, as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever. Amen. All right. So it was Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has established this. All right. It was Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has ordained this from the beginning. He said, for Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Okay. The blessings were never gone away from Jacob. All right. The chastisement belongeth unto Jacob. Why? Because the covenant belongeth unto Jacob. All right. So we had to suffer through those things, and for the atrocities that we committed unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's name, we had to answer for those very things we had done unto our power. Okay? Salakia. And this is going to be 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 8, and it reads, I'm going to start at 7, it reads, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born. Of him Jacob held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So, the nation of Israel is the beginning of the world after this devil is taken down. For the promises that have been promised, through what? The covenant. All right. The covenant that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has established with his people. All right. As he tells you in the book of Isaiah, he will do away and make a new covenant. Right. He will make a new covenant with us to take away the stony heart and to put the heart of flesh in. All right, so that we may call upon him, and he will be our power. All right, he will be our power, all right, forever. And we will call upon him our Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Salaki didn't mean for it to go this long, but nevertheless, I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayah Shadabadat, the house of David. Till the next time, I'm Maya Shatab saying Shalom, Wad Abal Babal. Call me Asherah.